Prep 3. The Story. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Chapter 1. The Mystery of the Sea Monster.
In the mid-19th century, sailors across the oceans reported a strange creature. Ships claimed to have seen a huge sea monster, moving faster than whales and smashing ships with terrible force. Newspapers described it as both marvelous and terrifying.
Professor Pierre Aronnax, a French marine scientist, was invited to join the voyage. His loyal servant Conseil and a Canadian harpooner named Ned Land also became part of the crew. They boarded a warship and set sail across the Pacific. For months, they searched without success. Some sailors doubted the monster's existence while others became impatient. At last, one evening, a long glowing shape appeared in the waves. The crew chased it desperately. Cannon, fire and harpoons were launched. Suddenly, the monster turned and hit the ship with its steel-like body. Aronnax and his companions were thrown into the sea. Struggling to survive, they swam toward the mysterious creature. To their astonishment, they discovered it was not an animal at all but a man-made submarine of special design. Their adventure beneath the oceans was about to begin. Thank you for watching. Mr. Ibrahim Bihari. Prep 3. The Story. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Chapter 2. Captives of Captain Nemo.
Aronnax, Conseil, and Ned Land were brought inside through an iron door. There, they met the commander. Captain Nemo, a mysterious man of strong will and deep knowledge. Nemo explained that his ship, the Nautilus, was built entirely for life beneath the sea. Powered by electricity, it could travel very long distances without surfacing. Nemo welcomed them politely, but made it clear. Once aboard, they could never return to land. They were to remain with him as long as they lived. Professor Aronnax was filled with scientific curiosity. He accepted that, as he wanted to learn about the ocean and its secrets. Conseil stayed loyal to his master. But Ned Land, who valued freedom above all, was angry. He began making a plan to escape from the Nautilus. Life on the Nautilus was astonishing. The ship looked like a floating palace. Underwater with a library, a museum, and big windows to see the deep ocean. Nemo showed them treasures gathered from the sea, pearls, gold, and ancient artifacts. He told them that he kept himself away from land. The sea, he insisted, was his only homeland. Thus, they began to feel like half prisoners and half guests. They were kept on a journey that was full of wonders and dangers.
Prep 3. The Story. Chapter 3. Wonders of the Deep. Mr. Ibrahim Bihari.
The days that followed showed Aronnax the wonders of the underwater world. He looked through the big windows and saw coral reefs glowing with color, fish of every shape, and shipwrecks resting silently on the ocean floor. Nemo invited his guests on diving voyages, providing them with special suits that allowed them to walk over the seabed. One such journey took them through an underwater forest of strange plants, where they hunted and collected samples. Another led them to the remains of a sunken city, where Nemo hinted at forgotten civilizations swallowed by the waves. Professor Aronnax recorded everything carefully, making use of the chance to study marine life in ways no scientist had ever done before. Conseil supported him, naming each creature accurately. But Ned Land grew impatient. Although he was excited at first, he missed freedom. To him, the beauty of the sea could not replace the freedom of land. Despite their differences, the companions agreed on one thing. Captain Nemo was both brilliant and mysterious. His mastery of science was clear, yet his silence about his past and motives filled them with curiosity and worry. The Nautilus kept moving deeper and deeper into the blue mystery of the ocean and far from any familiar shore.
Prep 3. The Story. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Chapter 4. Battles and Dangers.
Life on the Nautilus was not without risk. Once, the submarine was attacked by a giant squid. In a desperate struggle on deck, Nemo and his crew fought bravely with axes and harpoons. Ned Land, fearless as always, killed the monster. Only by great effort did they escape the danger. Another time, the submarine became trapped beneath thick ice at the South Pole. With oxygen running low, the crew worked hard to break a path to the surface. At the last moment, the Nautilus forced its way free, and the men breathed fresh air again. When warships appeared on the surface, Nemo attacked them without mercy, sending them to the depths. Through such dangers, the passengers learned more about Nemo's character. He showed calm courage and remarkable leadership, yet also a cold indifference to human life. Aronnax began to admire Nemo, but at the same time fear him. The ocean, though beautiful, was also full of threats and dangers. For Aronnax it was a school of wonder. For Nemo it was a battlefield. For Ned Land it remained a prison. The tension among them grew as the voyage continued.
Prep 3. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Chapter 5. Secrets of Captain Nemo.
As the Nautilus traveled across the world's oceans, Aronnax became more determined to learn the truth about Nemo. The captain was clearly a man of wealth, education, and sorrow. But he kept his past hidden. Nemo's actions sometimes confirmed that. He attacked warships without hesitation, claiming to fight against cruelty. Yet he never told the details of his personal story. To Aronnax, Nemo was both brave and mysterious. Meanwhile, Ned Land planned escape. He argued that no man had the right to keep them prisoners, no matter how wonderful the submarine. Aronnax hesitated, torn between scientific discovery and freedom. Conseil remained calm and loyal to his master. One evening, as Nemo guided the submarine through a graveyard of sunken ships, Aronnax realized the captain saw himself as part of the dead world beneath the waves. The mystery of Nemo deepened. But so did the companion's determination to find a way home.
Prep 3. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Chapter 6. Escape to Freedom.
At last, after many months, the Nautilus neared the coasts of Europe. Ned Land saw this as a chance to escape. During a strong storm, the three companions secretly lowered a small boat into the sea. They drifted away, because of the storm, yet driven by the hope of freedom. The night was long and dangerous. Waves crashed over them, and the wind threatened to damage their weak craft. But at dawn, exhausted and half-conscious, they reached the safety of a shore. For the first time in many months, they felt solid ground under their feet. Aronnax later wrote down their incredible adventures, the wonders of the sea, the dangers they had faced, and the strange brilliance of Captain Nemo. He never discovered the full truth about Nemo's past, nor what became of the Nautilus. Did it still explore the depths, hidden from mankind, or had it crashed in the storm? The story closed not with final answers but with a lesson. Human curiosity and knowledge are powerful and can achieve wonders. Yet ambition mixed with sorrow may lead to isolation.